Today's topic will be executing a 3-byte instruction after loading the object program at a different address. In the previous video, already I explained how this object program can be loaded into main memory starting from location 5000 because operating system says go to the location 5000 and load the program. So the loader has loaded the entire object program into the main memory starting from location 5000. So after reading all the text records, okay, the loader reads the last record called end record. Now in the end record, the 0000, it indicates the starting address of the first instruction to be executed by assuming the program has to be loaded into the location 0000. Okay, now the OS told the loader to go and load the program into location 5000. Now let us see the how the loader transfers the control to the location 5000. The last instruction to be executed by the loader is the jump instruction. So this value 0000 is read from the end record, okay, and that is added to starting address so that it becomes 5000, indicating the control should be transferred to this location, and this is the first instruction to be executed. 17202D will be the first instruction to be executed. Okay, now let us see how how the control is transferred to this location. After reading the last record called end record, now the object program is not at all necessary because the entire object program is already there in the main memory. So the loader closes the object program. Okay, now let us see how the control is transferred to location 5000. We know that the microprocessor has decoding logic, execution unit and so on. Okay, and we have the microprocessor has one more register by name instruction register which contains the current instruction to be executed. Okay, and then the program counter always contains address of the next instruction to be executed. According to the loader, which is the next instruction to be executed, the instruction which is at location 5000. So the control should be transferred to this location 5000. So when jump followed by 005,000 is executed, this 5000 will be transferred to the program counter, indicating this is the next instruction to be executed because program counter always contains address of the next instruction to be executed. Once the jump instruction is executed, loader is not at all necessary, so it is not required now. Okay, now after 5000 is loaded into program counter, the operating system loads the linkage register with the return address. I will assume that 9000 is the return address. So after if linkage register contains 9000 and if we execute the instruction R sub, program will be terminated. So I repeat, if linkage register contains 9000 and if we execute the R sub instruction, program will be terminated. That is similar to our exit 0 in C language. Next we have one more register by name B register, and so many other registers will be there, A, S, T, F and so on. All those registers are not shown here. For the sake of clarity and understanding purpose, I will display one snapshot of the program here. Okay. Okay, now let us see how the microprocessor executes the instruction. Because program counter contains a 5000, microprocessor goes to location 5000 and reads the instruction 17202D because this is the first instruction to be executed. Here I'll explain how this instruction is executed and followed by another instruction and followed by another 4-byte instruction. Now microprocessor reads 17202D into instruction register. Now this is the current instruction to be executed. Okay, if this is the current instruction to be executed, what program counter contains? It should contain address of the next instruction. Tell me, if this is the current instruction, what is the next instruction? 69202D. Now look at this figure and tell me what is the starting address of the next instruction to be executed. So if you observe, this is 5000 plus 3, 5003. So program counter is loaded with the 5003, indicating this is the next instruction to be executed. Okay, now the decoding is done. This one I write as it is, indicating it is a nibble, followed by 7. I write 7 as 0 1 1 1. 2, 2 is this, 2 can be written as 0 0 1 0, followed by I write this 0 2D as it is. Okay, now this is a nibble. Nibble means how many bits? 4 bits. 4 plus 2, 6 bits. So this portion represent the opcode. Now let us see what is the equivalent opcode. When the assembler has generated the object code, it wrote a 0 1 here. Two zeros were there at the end of this. Those two zeros were discarded by the assembler. Now the microprocessor adds those two zeros here. It becomes 0 1 0 0. Can you tell me what is that 0 1 followed by 0 0? It is 4. So this is 1, this is 4. The opcode will be 1 4. So this is how the microprocessor knows what is the opcode. So opcode 1 4 indicating it is STL. We can understand STL, but microprocessor cannot understand STL. For the microprocessor, STL means 14. Okay, now what the microprocessor does now, it has to load, it has to store whatever is there in the linkage register in the target address. So it is the responsibility of the microprocessor to calculate this target address. Now let us see how the target address is calculated. Microprocessor knows that this is n bit, this is I bit, n1, I1, indicating it is not indirect, not immediate, followed by x, it is not indexing, followed by B0, P1 and E0. E0 means it is format 3, B0, P1, if I look at this, B0, P1 means it is program counter relative addressing. So microprocessor has to calculate the target address using program counter relative addressing. Now let us see how it calculates. Target address is equal to B0 P1 means it is program counter relative. So program counter plus the displacement. So here we have to write program counter value plus the displacement. What is the program counter value? It is inside the microprocessor only, because program counter is inside the microprocessor. So it microprocessor reads what is there in 5003 and adds the displacement 02D to that. Okay, now if you use the calculator, please use the calculator, go to hexadecimal mode only, okay, and then add 5003 and 02D, the answer will be 5030. Okay, now let us decode this. So I write this STL as it is. What is this 5030? If you observe, 5030 is the starting address of return address. Starting address of return address. So what I write here, STL return address. Now what is the meaning of this? Store whatever is there in the linkage register into return address. Okay, so that is the first instruction to be executed. Look here, STL return address. Okay, so whatever is there in the linkage register, what is there in the linkage register? Return address. So this return, who loaded this return address into linkage register? It is responsibility of the operating system. So that we are going to store in which variable? Return address. So whatever is there in the linkage register, that will be copied into return address. So this instruction is executed perfectly. So earlier we loaded this instruction into location 0000. It has executed properly. Now 17202D is loaded into location 5000. Now also it is being executed properly. Okay, now let us go to the next instruction. If you observe what program counter contains now, 5003, it is the address of this instruction. So this instruction is read into instruction register. After that, after reading this, so this should be the address of the next instruction to be executed. So what is the address of the next instruction to be executed? If you observe, this is 5000, this is 6, 5006. So that 5006 should be available in a program counter. Now program counter contains 5006, indicating this is the next instruction to be executed. Now instruction register contains 69202D, which is this instruction. So let us see how it is decoded. So 6 I write as it is, 9 I write it as 1001. This 2 I write it as 0010. This 02D I write as it is. Now let us see how the microprocessor obtains the opcode. Okay, now this is 6. 6 means it is nibble 4 bit. 4 bit followed by another 2 bits. So together 6 bit represent the opcode. Here what are the 2 bits we have? 1, 0. But remember, when the assembler has generated the object code, it wrote 10 and it has discarded 00. Now the microprocessor adds those 2 zeros at the end of this. So this will be 10 followed by how many zeros? 2 zeros. 10 followed by 20, meaning it is 8. So this will be 6 and this portion will be 8. So the opcode will be 68. So 68 with respect to the microprocessor, meaning LDB to the user. So the meaning of this will be load into register B. Okay, so microprocessor knows that 68 means it has to load into register B. From where? From the target address. So it is responsibility of the microprocessor to calculate the target address. Now let us see how it calculates. This is n. N is 0, I is 1, meaning it is immediate addressing mode. Next, x is 0, not indexing. B0, P1, E0. E0 means it is format 3. B0, P1 means what? Can you tell me what is the meaning of B0, P1? It is a program counter relative addressing. So target address will be program counter relative, means what is the value of program counter here? 5006 plus the displacement. What is the displacement we have here? 02D. Okay, again use the calculator. You can stop the video and use the calculator, go to hexadecimal mode and add 5006 with 02D. The answer will be 5033. Okay, so this is the target address. Now microprocessor knows that when n is 0, I is 1, this portion represent what? Immediate addressing. That is the reason before 5033 I'll put a hash, indicating hash represent what? Immediate addressing. Now I write this LDB as it is. Now let us say what is this 5033? 50, this is 5030, 31, 32, 33. What is 5033? Address of what? Length, or the location value for what? Length. So I write LDB length. Hash means hash I write as it is. 5033 is the value for which variable? Length. So LDB hash length is the address of is the next instruction to be executed. Okay, now if you observe, what is the meaning of this? Load into register B. From where? Length. So what is the value of length we have calculated? 5033. That 5033, which is the value of length, it will be copied into which register? Register B. So this 5033 is copied into register B. So second instruction LDB hash length is also executed successfully. So if you observe, so this 17202D and 69202D, these two instructions are executed properly even if the program is loaded into location 5000. In the previous slide I have explained, okay, this 17202D, all the entire object program was loaded into which location earlier? 0000. All these three instructions were executed properly. Now when the program is loaded into location 5000, these two instructions are executed properly. Okay, now let us see how this instruction is executed in the next video. Okay, now so far, can you tell me what are all the points that we have learned in this session? Okay, we know how the loader transfers control to the user defined program by executing jump to location 5000, because 5000 is the address given by the operating system. Next, we also know how the microprocessor reads the instruction from main memory and executes the instruction. And we also know how microprocessor calculates the target address internally. And finally, we know that the microprocessor We know how the microprocessor writes data into memory and how the data is written into registers. Okay, thank you.